Okay, Eric Wilson here. In the next 5 to 6 minutes, I'm going to show you the inside story on this truck, so you can know what you get yourself into. I first of all have checked I've listened to the motor, and I'm not hearing any unusual noises in these motors, and they are quite. My main concern is the phasers on. It's hard to see here, but they're called phasers, and they're on the front of the motor on each side. It can't see them very well, but my main concern is the phasers, that can be a problem sometime on these motors. But I'm not hearing any unusual noises from that. I've just now I'm going to pull the oil cap here, pulling the oil cap, and I always look under the oil cap to see whether there's any what I call white goo, because that would indicate an internal leakage, and this is quite clean, so there's no internal leakage that I can see in that. I've checked the oil. I've checked the oil on the dipstick, and it's very clean. So I think, all in all, this truck's been well maintained as far as I can tell. So condition, motor-wise, I'm not hearing anything of any concern. So now I'm going to go on to the chassis. Okay, with the brakes, you've got about 20,000 K left on your front brakes. I'm not sure. Hang on here. Just a second. I'm going to try to get this flash working here. Okay, now, one thing is loose, is this upper control arm is loose. Now, it's not loose. Something you want to address, because this upper control arm, if you can't, I can't show you, but there's quite a bit of play in this upper control arm. You're going to have to change this arm. It's about a $250 job, that because the part's about $120, and it's an hour's labor, but about $250 parts and labor if you wanted me to do that. So that upper control arm does need to be changed.
Be a thing in it.
Okay, now on the just gonna point out things that are okay. You see your CB boots. Your CB boots are intact, both inside and out. Now this is really important here. If you notice that there's no stain on this, which is good, because that would mean that there's leakage inside of the. This is the outer tie rod. This outer tie rod here is tight, which is good. CB boots are intact, inner and outer. No leakage I can see as far as the outer. This is the steering rack. Okay, your spring is intact, no breakage, and you notice your shock is good and dry. So all this, other than the upper control arm, which is that part right there being loose, the rest of the front left is intact. Okay, yeah, on the right side, again, brakes. You got about 20,000. Oh no, sorry, you got more than 20,000. You got about 30,000 K on your front brakes there. Yeah. Your tires, lots of good tread on your tires. This upper control arm here is tight on this side. On the right side, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You notice, I'll take you underneath. You can see your spring, follow it down, is good and intact. And I'll show you the inside here. Okay. Now again here, this is the boot for the steering rack, and good and dry. Outer tie rod is good and dry, and this thing is the most important thing in the car, because if this part lets go, your wheel goes where it wants, not where you want it to be. But it is good and tight. Outer tie rod, outer CV boot is not ripped, you see your spring is good and intact, and you notice inside the shock is good and dry. So on the right side, everything is good. Right front. Okay, on your rear brakes, you've got about I'd say 30,000 K left on your rear brake. Your tires, good. Lots of about 60% on your tread there. On your shock, now if you can just follow it down, it is good and dry. This is your spring, and I'll give you a different angle of the spring here. Okay, on this spring, yes, you've had this replaced, not with a new one, but you've got all new shackle bolts here. So not sure what I guess they've been replaced. The springs look like They might be recent. I'm not certain, but they're definitely not broken. No leaks in the diff. Okay, which is good. Brake lines, you notice they're all covered in plastic, which is good. Your brake hoses are intact, no cracks. Your exhaust system looks very, very clean. It's stainless steel, so it's yeah, a little rust on it, surface rust, but nothing out of the ordinary. And your exhaust tailpipe is good as well. You got a spare. On the right rear, everything is good. Okay, left rear, same thing, about 20,000 K left in your rear brakes. A little less than the front. Tires, good. Shocks, you just follow your shock down there. Good and dry. And I'll give you a different angle. Okay, now on the left side, both springs have been changed, and there's no cracks or any concerns for that. Just your diff, no leaks, which is good. No leaks on your rear axle. You'd see it right down at the bottom if it was. Your brake hose is there's no cracks. Brake lines, plastic coated, which is always a good thing. No concerns in the rear left. On your lights, the upper brake light is out. This reverse light bulb is out, and this license plate light is out. So these three lights are out as far as lights go. Okay, okay, there's no check engine lights, which is good. Runnability feels good. Everything is working inside the vehicle. All four windows are working up and down. Your brake, okay, your power mirrors are working up and down. Your power mirrors, you can see them move there, are working up and down. Your wiper washer is working well. No cracks in the windshield. Your power mirror, okay, if you can see at the back, not mirror, but the power window is working, and the sunroof is working. All in all, I'm really giving this thing a clean bill of health, other than that left upper control arm and the three lights. Really don't see any issue as far as this vehicle goes. So that's what my report is. Have a good one.